We say health is in your hands. How is health in our hands? I will tell you through pure awareness. What is awareness? Awareness is your ability to look at your life as an observer, not as this body mind phenomenon. The body and mind is there for you to, to live this life beautifully, joyfully. But it is only if you know how to live life. So, a brief profile, like I said, is I've been teaching meditation and yoga for the past 20 years. In one instance in 2010, during intense meditation and sadhana, which is called practice in English, I found myself receiving a download of infinite love and compassion for all beings, including myself, which later culminated in Preeti Siddhi Shakti, which is awakening into our true nature of ourselves. Since then, I'm totally involved in awakening others also to their true potential of healing themselves through this power of love. Thus, meditation is a portal to awakening your own self. Once you have seen this, and once you have seen that that everyone has the same essence within themselves, automatically the body and the mind gets healed. The healing happens automatically. Thus, healing oneself is only a byproduct of meditation. Now, what is stress and how does it affect our immune system? Stress is the body's inability to respond to life challenges effectively. Now, how does it affect our immune system? Stress leads to the buildup of toxins in the body. Stress is the leading cause of heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and cancer. Stress leads to all the base emotions of fear, anger, hate, jealousy, envy, and is also the leading cause of other psychosomatic diseases. Now, is stress really necessary? Let me share a small joke that has been doing the rounds on social media and for a moment help make you smile. As soon as the lockdown was lifted over purchases of essential commodities, we saw serpentine queues in front of certain shops more than in other shops. The well-educated people maintained all the social distancing norms. They made chalk circles with 2 yards distance between each other. They wore appropriate masks, and unlike the habit of most Indians who hardly abide by the queue system, they even ensured that a disciplined line was formed. Now, these people really did not care about the coronavirus. They didn't care about social distancing or the virus that could attack them if they refrained from wearing masks. They just wanted to reduce the internal stress levels that had been accumulated within themselves because of the lockdown. There were stories of how many people died out of shock to the body when they had to live without these essential commodities for that body's survival mechanisms to work during the period of lockdown. Now comes the fun part. These people didn't care that the substances they used to cope with the stress were the same substances that would eventually kill them. You must have figured out now what these essential commodities are. Yes, you're right. It is alcohol, drugs, and other mind altering states. The abiding of the rules maintained outside shops that sold liquor, wine, and other intoxicating drinks were exemplary. All that these tired old souls were interested in was to bring down the anxiety, the depression, the fear, the pain, which never left them in every waking moment, which caused stress not only in their lives but also in that of those who they were associated with. Now, don't you think that these people need some compassion from us because they don't know how to deal with stress? So, let us understand clearly what is stress and do you believe that stress is necessary? And if so, how much stress is necessary? The answer to why we need stress, our bodies, including those of the plant and animal kingdom, have been engineered biologically to protect itself from possible dangers or even mere perceptions of them. The stress hormones in our bodies instinctively go on fight or flight mode, even if there is no real danger. But imagine if there was a hungry tiger in front of you and you didn't have the ability to run and save your life. Or if your body did not produce the necessary hormones or chemicals to face the danger lurking before you. We do need stress to fight the various stimuli that are part of our existence. But how much stress do we need? We only need that much stress that will enable us to respond to a given situation at a particular moment of time, depending upon the seriousness of the danger or the perceived danger to ourselves or to those we love. Why did I say perceived danger? Well, at times there's no real danger. Our minds conjure up reasons why certain chemicals and hormones need to be released. Our body and mind are intrinsically connected to each other. When the mind signals for the release of self preservation chemicals and hormones, the body follows suit. The result, our bodies carry the excess production as free radicals and retains them in our cell memories as toxins and blocked energy pathways, which clearly impede the natural flow of energy into our system. Now let's look at how this beautiful energy system works inside our body. So you have this diagram here where you see all the red, the color of red. It is the stress levels that the body and mind is exposed to. So we have various kinds of stress. Some are internal stress due to shocks, traumas, tragedies, and many other internal things that happen to you. Then there is the external stress stimuli, which is coming from external sources. And then we have the mind magnification of those challenges and situations that lead to stress. Let's listen to how every the mechanism of defense that has been instilled inside us is so perfect. But what do? We retard its operation. Let's see how we do it.
We are talking about stress and how we can create a new life if you know how to handle the stress, or stress can kill you. Now there are various types of stress and the stimuli creating the stress differs from person to person before it can manifest in the body. First, we have internal stress due to shocks, traumas and tragedies and our responses to them. Then there is external stress coming from external stimuli. And lastly, we have both internal stress and external stress, which is magnified by the mind because of its inability to respond to the stress effectively. Now, we can see that all the drawings in red show stress and what happens when stress is inside your body. It has to manifest into your physical reality. From the energy body, it manifests into your physical body through the autonomous nervous system, which is divided into three aspects: the central nervous system, the sympathetic nervous system, and the parasympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system is denoted by the color red. The parasympathetic is denoted by the color green. Now, just under central nervous system, when the body is exposed to stress, distress signals are sent to the sympathetic nervous system because of the stress stimuli. And then the central nervous system sends out signals of deep discomfort to the parasympathetic nervous system and to the sympathetic nervous system to provide immunity to the body. But if the parasympathetic nervous system is not maintained to effective levels, then the sympathetic nervous system gets built up with this immune system burden through its own network. Now, this This immune system network will create two kinds of stress responses. One, in the immune system itself, where the stress can kill you, or stress that harms you. The other response comes from the endocrine system, where you have the fight or the flight response. So you have hormones and chemicals like cortisol and adrenaline that are produced in the body to ease the situation that has arisen. Now, when there's exhaustion in the immune system, either because of onslaught of many stress-related issues, the acute or chronic disease may even produce death. That's why we have the parasympathetic nervous system. This system deals with stress by creating four happy hormones in our body. We have said before that stress can either kill your body or calm it. How do we calm the body and create the happy hormones? These happy hormones are four in number. They are endorphins, dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin that can help you in releasing the stress and stress-related issues. Now, how do we produce these chemicals and hormones in our body? We produce endorphins by creating some physical activity to the body, such as exercise, yoga, or any other physical fitness exercises. The endorphins which are released in the body because of this will help cope with the pain of exercising, and because you start enjoying these endorphins that are created will make you happy. Laughter is another good way of generating endorphins. We need to spend 30 minutes exercising every day, read or watch funny stuff to get our day's dose of endorphins. The second hormone is dopamine. In our journey of life, we accomplish many little and big tasks. It releases various levels of when we get appreciated for our work at the office or at home, we feel accomplished and good. That is because it releases dopamine. That also explains why most housewives are unhappy, since they rarely get acknowledged or appreciated for their work. Once we join work, we buy a car, a house, the latest gadgets, the new house, so forth. And in each instance, it releases dopamine and we become happy. Now do you realize why we become happy when we shop? The third hormone, serotonin, is released when we act in a way that benefits others. So seva is one beautiful way of getting this serotonin flowing inside your body. When we transcend ourselves and give back to others, or to nature or to society, it releases serotonin. Even providing useful information on the internet, like writing information blogs, answering people's questions, and dealing with general queries that will help others, will generate serotonin in your body. This is because we will use our precious time to help others via our answers or arguments. The final hormone is oxytocin, and this is released when we become close to other human beings. When we hug our friends or family, oxytocin is released. So even when we shake our hands or put our arms around someone's shoulders, various amounts of oxytocin is released. However, be careful. During social distancing, we are not supposed to do all these things. But as soon as the regulations are released, we may resort to all these things that will create these happy hormones inside our body. So what do? It is very simple. We have to exercise every day to get endorphins. We have to accomplish little goals and get dopamine. We need to be nice to others to get serotonin. And finally, a hug to our kids, our friends and families to get oxytocin. And we will be happy. Whenever we are happy, we can deal with our challenges and problems better. So, we can either create these hormones within our body, or we can resort to very easy methods of creating all these chemicals through meditation. That is why we say that meditate, do not medicate. meditation is a sure way in which the happy hormones will be released automatically because the brain sends signals to the various organs in your body to rejuvenate itself and keep itself optimal. Thank you.
So we saw how it was stress that could kill you or harm you. The choice is yours. But an easy way is to meditate. Instead of medication, meditate. Why do we say this? Because it's the most simple thing. It is what we are born to do. We have never encountered this particular situation when we were younger. Probably the more evolved souls have encountered these situations. But as we grow and we learn from others, we also know that it is not as simple, as complicated as it seems to be. Just watching your breath, how difficult can that be? So the Anapanasati of Pyramid Valley, Patriji's Anapanasati, it's also the Buddha way of meditation. It is a wonderful way to watch your breath, watch your thoughts, observe them, and then let it be. It doesn't matter. You just have to observe and let it pass. And slowly, little by little, you will go into a state of deep stillness. So, instead of medication, why don't we meditate? This does not mean, however, that doctors and surgeons and medical fraternity are not necessary. They are very necessary. Because without them, if I got a heart attack, for example, I can't sit and say, oh, I will meditate and I will get well. We do need to rush to the hospital. So just as Dr. Ananya just told us, the bamboo stick has so many qualities. We also are multi-dimensional beings. Each one has a unique quality within them. You try to inculcate those qualities that are beneficial to you and to the people surrounding you. And you will see that a lot of compassion, goodwill, and love will be coming back to you. So this law of spiritual success and the universal law of nature says that whatever you want, you need to give back to the world. So if you want hate, give back hate to the world. If you want anger, be angry with the world. If you want peace, be peaceful within yourself. If you want love or money, give it to the world. You will get it back. So I will just sign off here by saying my thank you to all of you guys. Hope you will forgive me for the small